Hi, hello, good day. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, reporting live from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my Niger Watch family. Yes, it's a beautiful Tuesday morning over here in Lagos. How is it going? What's happening at your end? I would like to know. So come on into the comment section and talk to me. Osagwavo, how you doing? Beautiful morning to you too. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Mommy Diaspora, beautiful morning to you, dearest mother. How you doing today? Thank you for being here and welcome to today's breakfast. To each and every one of you, thank you for being here. Thank you very much. In the comment section, I have posted the link. If you'd like to join today's broadcast, please click on the link. But before you do so, take out time to like the broadcast before you come on into the studio. Please take out time to like the broadcast before you come onto the studio. All right, thank you very much. If you're just joining us, welcome to Newspaper Review on Niger Watch. How you doing? You know my name is Ima, the ever bouncing. The ever bouncing Ima, and it's a beautiful day. I am very excited. I hope before the end of the broadcast, I will know why I'm excited so I can share. Yes, we have to share that love and share the happiness around. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do well to like this broadcast, do well to share, invite someone onto the broadcast, do well to support us by sending a super sticker or a super chat. Yes, please. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. To my amazing panelists, I say hello to each and every one of you ahead of time. Please take out time to like the broadcast before coming on into the studio, please. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see who else is here. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you just before we go into the business of the day. So come into the studio, come on into the comment section and talk to me. I like to know what's happening at your end. Okay, in about a minute we would begin the business of the day proper. Yes, proper. We know that the campaign, the PDP officially kickstarted their campaign yesterday in the beautiful Akwa Ibom State, beautiful city of Uyo. Yes, so we'll be having reports from that, pictures from that. These people took it to another level. They had time to sow Ashwebi. This is our campaign season. We are going to be seeing a whole lot. Hi, Kisley. How you doing? Good morning to you too. Thank you for being on the broadcast. Thank you and welcome. All right, let's begin. Yes, shall we begin? Our first paper for today is going to be The Punch. On The Punch today, we have Atiku campaign. PDP governors hit Uyo with 15 private jets. All right. Wike Otom Makinde, two others absent as party begins 2023 electioneering. Obaseki Old South stakeholders meeting in Uyo. Diri Udom pledged support. Ayu appeals to aggrieved governors, says party needs everyone to rescue Nigeria. Just above the nameplates, we have Akeredolu, Ishaku, Adebutu, Bayero, Atuwashe, Olanikpekun. Others get national honors today. And if you'd like to catch up on the other people, on the other people who are up for the national honors, you could pick up a copy of The Punch, or you just signal to your television because the program is happening today, so you'll be notified or you'll be watching it live. All right, we have here work for Tinubu's victory. Buhari tells APC women. Assembly fire. Government alleges sabotage. Dangote threatens lawsuits. Amosun backs ADC candidates. APC says ex-governor treacherous. Family loses only child. Blames short-staffed Ondo hospital. Both accidents claim 701 lives in 34 months. Okay, so this is a survey. With the flooding this year, with flooding this year, there's been an unusual hike in mishaps. The boat accidents. Yesterday, we had the president gave a presidential order for a rescue to be effect at the boat mishap that happened in Anambra State. And we can tell that it's been happening in other places, not just Anambra State. So the report so far says that 701 lives has lost their lives in both accidents in 34 months. And you know the thing about data collection in Nigeria, right? There are chances that it could be more than this, and there are chances that this just could be right. All right, we move. Oh, just so, Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing? Good day to you, and it's really pleasant to see you on here today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. All right. So sadly, this family in Ondo State took their child. It was a function of emergency. Took their child to the General Hospital Ondo. Now, the father recounts that the hospital was so deserted and so dark that he had to use his phone torchlight, to see, to make way into the hospital from the entrance. Getting there, they called out for help, and no nurses, no doctors on duty. General Hospital. They had no one on duty, but after about 20-30 minutes of calling out for help with a dying child, do not forget it was a case of emergency. The child needed blood transfusion, so it came with a reference letter from a private hospital. Well, it took them time before someone came out to attend to them, and when she came out, she called a doctor. She let them know that they are not available, but she called on to someone who said, he was observing his leave, and so he was not even available to attend to. He wasn't available, so we don't know if it's a case of him not being in town, but he wasn't available, and then she had to call another person. None was forthcoming, so they had to take their dying child to the nearest private hospital, But sadly, before they would get there, the child lost his life. The child, this is a child of a year and 7 months old, and now the CMD has come out to react to this story, and his reaction is blaming the parents for taking the child to the hospital late. The CMD was, blamed the parents for taking the child late to the hospital, and also said that the hospital is filled and fortified with doctors, over 12 specialists in the hospital, that they have everything in numbers. They are well paid, so nobody has a reason not to work. That if there was early intervention, and as someone came out to attend, but before the person could come out, they had gone. Someone came out, they've been there for over 30 minutes, and there was a doctor in there that, did not come. They had to call someone else, and the CMD would come out to say, well, they promised to look into the matter. I don't know if that's anything that we should hold on to, but that happened, and I don't know how many much more. And if only they will come out and say the truth that, see, we are short-staffed, our doctors are not available. I mean, the good people of Nigeria already know this, but we do not know how bad it is just yet. Well, I hope some other person doesn't get to encounter this. I mean, if the hospital was that functioning, but people had to use their torchlight, their phone light to see, to gain entrance into the building, it says so much about the functionality of that hospital. I mean, apart from that, hospital says that if you want to be attended to, just make out time to be there in the morning from afternoon till evening, night, that those doctors, they are nowhere to be found. And you see, from that afternoon till evening, especially the specialists like the surgeons, you don't get to there. So if you have an emergency that warrants that, after delaying you, they see that you don't have an option, then of course they give you somewhere that you can go to and you'll be attended to quickly. I'm also speaking from experience, and of course from a general hospital too. So this is kind of like a norm, but now this is not even a function of a norm, because our doctors are, as of last month there, it was recorded that over 200 doctors made it to the UK just last month. Today is just 11th, right? So the federal government need to sit up, and these doctors, the Resident Doctors Association of Nigeria, are, they've been issuing out warning strike. They've not been paid since the lockdown. Everything that was promised them has not been redeemed, and they've been threatening, and we are crying out, calling out to the federal government, say the ones that are here, we need to make, you guys need to do everything possible to see to it that they are comfortable, or give them what it is or what they need to be able to serve the good people of Nigeria. Patricia and Afe, how are you doing? Good morning to you, and thank you for being here. All right, what other story do we have here? I think that's as much as we have over here. So the Kogi state government are blaming Dangote Group for the fire outbreak at the assembly yesterday. We know the Obajano tussle that is going on between Dangote and the Kogi State. Dangote has threatened lawsuits to that effect. Let's see how that goes. And then, yeah, we are very familiar with what's happening in the PDP camp. Their official campaign started yesterday in Akwa Ibom State, and glaringly, obviously, I mean, wouldn't we have been surprised if we had seen the likes of Wike, Otom Makinde, and the likes? Well, the G5 governors were obviously missing, and the campaign, still went on without them, and it seemed like a success. So. All the best to PDP. All the best to PDP. All right, we'll be moving on to another story. We're moving on to another paper. Let's see what other paper we have here. We have Daily Trust. Daily Trust, we have race to presidency. Atiku unveils agenda, pledges jobs, poverty eradication, others. Join the rescue winning team. Okowa, Tambuwa, Ayu, others urge voters. Wike, for others governors absent. PDP crisis will soon be over. That's from Diri. And here we have ASU promises to end strike after meeting reps. NAF airstrikes kill terrorist kingpin Ali Dogo, 30 others in Kaduna. Obajano, presidency waits in Kogi government Dangote standoff. I don't know, but there's something about the presidency's availability in very minor issues that it shouldn't even be there. Do we not have ministries responsible for all of this? All right, we'll move to, let's see what other story. Lokoja flood, petrol scarcity spreads to states as gas price spikes. Oh dear. No alternative to APC victory, that's from Buhari. Daily Trust Foundation organizes media management training. Should you be interested in media management training, please pick up a copy of Daily Trust today and just travel straight to page 4. You get all the details on there. We have federal government honors Maman Dora Okonjo-Iweala, 445 others today. All right, so there are indications that ASU will be calling off their strike. That's from Bajamiala and Falano. Come out to say that in a matter of days that ASU would end their strike after Bajamiala took a bold step of, from the graciousness or thoughtfulness of his heart, reached out on his own, reached out to ASU, the president, the chairman, Emmanuel Osodeke, and of course their representative met with them and had a long talk with them, and they are hopeful that that ASU will do the needful in the coming days, and that's a better approach. But ASU are also saying that Konwa and NAMDA should be decertified. Yes, just a couple of days ago, sometime last week, our federal government certified these people. So now, if they don't decertify these people, it's now going to be the different organizations. Tomorrow, Conor might come out and say that they want this, they want that. Well, I think at this point, now they've certified these people. I'm not sure they can decertify these other ones, but here we have it. But let's see if ASU, would yield to the pleadings or to the negotiations or the agreement, and hopefully implementation will take, will follow up speedily in this regard. All right, and then the story here, yes, the story here, because that's all that we have and that's what we are giving out. NAF airstrikes kill airstrike kill terrorist kingpin. That's supposed to be good news. Ali Dogo, 30 others in Kaduna. That's supposed to be good news. So it looks like we are gaining grounds with with these terrorists. And the president actually promised us that before the end of his tenure, he said in 6 months actually that we will be grateful that APC is in power. He has also said that in 6 months, that Nigerians will be happy, or he's going to make Nigerians happy. I can't say that in verbatim right now, but and it looks like he's racing towards there. All right, we'll take the last paper so we can jump right into submission. Kingsley saying at them they lie. Well, I'm just reporting the news as it is on here. All right, and our last paper for the day is the Daily Sun. On the Daily Sun, we have campaign flag off amid mammoth crowd. Atiku outlines rescue plan, pledges to address hunger, insecurity, disunity. All right. Wike for other PDP governors absent at rally. We will deploy technology to ensure victory, Obaseki. And just by the nameplates, we have ASU to call off striking days, Gbajabiamila and Falano. True federalism pillar for prosperous nation, and that's from Akeredolu. Tension in Enugu, Nasarawa as gunmen kill 4 soldiers, 10 others set Ebonyi Council headquarters on fire. Flood tax 33 communities in Imo. Traders send SOS to Soludo in Anambra. Namani defends Tinubu, insists APC presidential candidates hail and Hathi. All right, we say amen to that. And here we have Dogara, APC Northern Christian leaders, impostors, says Tinubu. Okay, so we know that Dogara left the party a couple of weeks ago as it doesn't sit well with him. Well, there are reports, stories that says that Dogara left because he didn't get the presidential slots to represent his party. And now that Tinubu has come out to say that both Dogara, APC Northern Christian leaders are imposters. Now, this is amazing. Tinubu is coming out to call APC Northern Christian leaders imposters, coming from the same person, from the same political party that went to hire bishops and popes. This is the same person that organized the PFN Northern Leaders Association, that PFN had to come out and say there's no such thing as Northern section region of PFN. PFN is PFN. There's no Southern region, Northern region, West Northern region. And now this is the same person. Because ex-members and some members of the party are speaking against, his mandate and what it stands for, he's gonna have to call them imposters. I tell you, this campaign, we would be having a whole lot on our plate. I hope we are ready. Good morning to you, Bella Naomi. Good morning, Kisley. Good morning, Van Maxwell. Howard Kalu. Yes, how you day? Patricia Enafe, James Stephens. Thank you, Israel Asemota. Thank you also to Osagovo Mommy Diaspora. Thanks to each and every one of you. If you are just joining us, welcome to our newspaper review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima. It's good to be here. Thank you very much, my amazing panelists. Thank you so very much for being on here. Ladies and gentlemen, my Niger Watch family, please do well to like this broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast. Take out time to support us by either sending super sticker or super chat, and you could do that by clicking on the dollar sign to the right on the comment section. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Machiavelli, how are you doing today?
Thank you. Good morning to you, Mrs. Iman, and thank you for the lovely smile for giving us hope for, to the Nigerians who are still hoping that things will get better. Thank you for that. And thank you for having me.
All right, Mr. Machiavelli, please, let's have your submission.
Yes, I don't know where you want me to start. Is it the PDP one? Is it the APC one? Which one do you want me to start from? Because it's very interesting, seeing the paper review today.
Let's start with the family that lost their only child, a 1-year, 7-month-old child, because there were no doctors at the government hospital. And also the response by the CMD, the Chief Medical Director, coming out to say that, blaming the parents, for late intervention. People cannot have emergency and run to the general hospital and they found no one. Now, the fact that these people had to use their phone touch lights for them to have access, gain entrance to a general hospital, that's just so much to say what's happening in that state and the state of the government hospital.
Well, thank you for that. First of all, we say This is a state of quagmire. Now you are beginning to see the reality on ground. As at 2 days ago, thousands of doctors and nurses left the country. That is not a plus for Nigeria. That is a minus for Nigeria and a plus to whoever countries they are going to reside in. This is the fact. We try to hide things because we don't want others to know that there's a problem, but there's absolutely a big problem. Before the NSAS protest, the pandemic, these people were crying because they were not being paid. And nurses and doctors are leaving the country day in, day out because of the cost of living or the way they are being managed. How can you have patients going to the hospital and using their torchlight to find out a lot of who are those here? Hello, 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 and nobody came out, and the baby died. Then you came out now. You said they were nurses, you said they were doctors, you said they were physicians, they were this, they were that. There should be an investigation into this matter to find out if they were actually there. If you want to know if everything is actually right, go to a teaching hospital. Even in Benin, there you will find nothing. Even they are struggling for bed, not to talk about doctors. We are lacking in so many things. Then we have the Minister of Health, all right, who does not even know how many hospitals we have. Are we progressing or retrogressing? We are retrogressing because there's a lot to do, but we have snake and termites eating our money. And you hear some of these leaders who say Nigeria don't have money. Would that happen in Benin Republic? Would that happen even in Cotonou? Even Cameroon, I would not say common is a country. Cameroon, it will never happen. You see, there is a big problem in our system that we need to address. Students they've not been to school for over 18 months. Are they going to deny that now? There is a reality that if someone died, there should be an investigation. Why would this child die? The parents of these people should sue them. You cannot tell me that they will. Now you are coming out, there is a doctor. Now provide the doctors for us. Tell us what time the doctor were there. We want to see the evidence that they were actually there. What time did these people came into that hospital? We want to know who were present. Is there no receptionist? Okay, let's say there's the doctor. The doctors are busy in the theater. Where is the receptionist? Where is the receptionist? You see, these are lies this is why our people must wake up, and we must wake up to the call that there's a problem in the system. We need to address it. And it must only be addressed through our ballot, through our vote, to make sure that we have a proper structure, a proper system that works for us. That is all I can tell, because right now somebody is dead. We can't revive this person. And now they've come out because they know. I actually hear you saying that the MDC or whatever they came out and said they were doctors and nurses there. When they actually know there are over thousands of doctors that travel every day and leave the country. Where are they getting the personnel from? We want to know. Tell us the name of the people who were present on that duty that day, and we must see them, and they must tell us when they came into that building. I can verify. I have a cousin, a neighbor to my cousin. They rushed her, one of their daughter to the specialist hospital. Even the nurse could not find a pen to write the name. A pen. He could not find that. You can imagine. Is this what kind of a country we are living in? Here we see dollars flying everywhere. Our termites, money. It's like, are we joking? Somebody just lost his life because of that. Is negligence. Negligence. They should be sued, and they should tell us why. Why would this person die? I don't want to be talking about it because right now somebody has just lost their life, or him or her life. It's very painful. But what are they doing? You cannot even tell us. We already know. Some of us go home there. We get home. Can we even go to the hospital and say, yeah, we are going to have a treatment that will be satisfied? The answer is no. The answer is no. If somebody running for a presidential seat is taking medication, is taking medical care abroad, so what do you think of the ordinary citizen who lives there? To them, the health sector is nothing to write home about. So if our health sector is good, why are they running over to? Why are they running overseas?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Thank you to each and every one of you that has just joined us. Welcome to our newspaper review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima, and it's really good to be here. Brother Nice, welcome to the broadcast. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good morning, Miss Ima. I'm fine, and you? How are you doing?
I feel beautiful. Thank you very much.
All right, nice to hear that.
All right, let's catch your reaction to this.
Yeah, to the child that was dead, right? So,
Yes.
I heard my brother was saying that they should do an investigation. Who is going to do the investigation? That is the question. Is it the police that you will go and meet? You will tell them to go for investigation. They will tell you that they don't have fuel in their car, that you have to buy them fuel before they will leave from the station. It's this kind of police that will go for investigation. The one thing you need to address issue from the grassroots. The moment we understand that our institution is collapsed, that is when we will start getting it right. We don't have institution anymore. Everything is collapsed in Nigeria. Every institution is collapsed. You understand? Do you think that what is his name? Tinubu. If Tinubu have a sorry, man. If Tinubu have a good treatment, if he believe that he will have a good treatment in Nigeria, do you think that he will travel to UK for treatment? It's impossible. Our politicians, they are running every day, going to Western world for treatment because they know that our hospital, there's nothing to write home about in our hospital in Africa. Anyone that is living in Nigeria should be praying that should not fall sick in Nigeria. If not, there is no hope of survival unless God you restore that person's life. I'm telling you, there is nowhere you will go. A country when they don't pay doctors, you think doctor will go to hospital to treat people? When they don't pay nurses, you think nurses will go with their empty stomach to go and treat people in the hospital? Every sector in our institution, everything's collapsed. Go to judge that's supposed to give justice, because judge himself is waiting for bribe. You know. So what do you expect? There will not be justice. You will not get justice in the court. You will not go to hospital and get treatment. You will not go to school and get the good education. The teachers themselves, they will go to teach with empty stomach. You think that they're going to give you a good teaching? So the moment we understand these things, the better for us. That country, we need to tear them down and start rebuilding our institution. Because those people that has been ruling us, all of them, all the time they spend there, all the things they're supposed to build, they destroy everything. Any leader that is coming now, he has to start from the grassroots. Everything is collapsed. Everything is collapsed. You understand? The people that is there, they don't care. They are just there looting, running away from the country. They go there for looting. They don't care about anything. Just look at the fraud that we were talking about the last time. Look at, they say 300,000 dismissed, while 14 dead. A country where we don't even have this thing, all those waterways, that when erosion comes, there will be waterway that those floods will go. They don't even have anything. Then when flood comes, people are in disaster. You will not even see assistance. You will not even see any assistance from any federal government from any government.
Right.
We will not hear from them. So I don't know, where are we going to start from with that country? Where are we going to start from? Nowhere to start from. So that country, I believe that country now, the country that even have war is even better than Nigeria. Ukraine and Afghanistan, they're even better than Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, very nice. Thank you for your submission. Hi, Mary Kimade. How are you doing? I hope you're well. You're joining in rather later than usual. Thank you for being here, Mary Kimade. Kisley Ojiaraki. You see, I practiced your name severally before coming, and I still messed up. I'll do better, Kisley. But let's take this comment from Kisley. Kisley says corruption from top to bottom, including Mr. President. This name you people call him. I don't know how you people even come about this name. But it goes on to say last month alone, 220 Nigerian doctors were registered here in the UK to practice. All right. This is from Kanayo Moweta says, may God help and save Nigeria. This man has spoken facts. Okay. Kingsley goes on to say, since 2020 till date, the total number of Nigerian doctors who jackpot to UK is 10,200 doctors so far. Kingsley, how are you getting this data? You seem to be very sure of what you are saying. Okay, thank you for that submission. Well, we know this, but this is beginning to affect. We are beginning to see the result of all of these things. The hospitals are now, general hospitals are now getting so devastated, so devastated. I mean, I'm trying to picture a supposed active general hospital is supposed to be somewhere that you can go to at any time of the day, and now you will get there. The place is so deserted that you have to use your phone lights. Come on. So how can there be somebody in that building and there is no form of power, no form of light in the hospital? Is the government not, are they not, is there no budget for that? So they're also siphoning money. You guys play with everything, even to our health. All right, move to the next person. Thank you for being here, each and every one of you. Please do also like the broadcast. Thank you very much. Mr. Chris George, how are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm good. I'm fine. Greetings to honorable members in the parliament. Okay, can I proceed?
Yes, please, sir, proceed.
Okay, thank you. I see what the poster writes concerning PDP governors, 15 governors using private jets. You can see the situation of Nigerian, and you can see how our governors living from budgets. The situation of Nigeria doesn't concern them. They just have the Nigerian program in their hearts, rather than they are enjoying their wealth, which they are gathered from public fund. They are storing from that because their children in overseas, they take treatment in overseas. But I want to ask my fellow Nigerian question. Tinubu is going to London for treatment. President Buhari is going to London for treatment. How many times do we see Boris Johnson coming to Nigeria for treatment? Or any foreign president coming for Nigeria for treatment? We say we supply them natural resources. We supply them this, we supply them uranium, we supply them crude oil, we supply them every necessary thing in the earth they need. Still, they have better health, they have better facility more than us. But we are the one that's supplying them this, but they have better than us. Is it not time to think what is our challenges and what is the problem concerning we the Nigerians to change our mentality, our natural thinking? Because I have checked this. Since I know many foreign presidents from Abraham Lincoln, none of them come to Nigeria for treatment, rather than we go there for treatment. But in terms of education, when Nigerian outside the country, they do perfect. They even do build some of them in education. But at home, we have nothing to show about that. When I look at our politicians, I find that Africa is just a cemetery, like a Putin said. Putin said Africa is a cemetery for African. When you find that our politicians make it to be cemetery, because nothing concerning them, concerning our situation in Africa. I can see if take example for issue of fraud happening in Nigeria, across the Nigerian, or the Cameroonians release their dam, why the Nigeria become a disaster. So issue of suffering in Nigeria doesn't concern our politicians. It's not of their problem at all. One man said in Africa, when the rich are continue being richer, poor continue to be poorer. That's how it is in Nigeria. Nigeria is a typical example. Imagine us in a strike, complete going to 8 months now, and our politicians have got to flying private jets, which cost millions of dollars. Rolls Royce. Well, sometimes I say we, the Nigerian citizens, are the problem of ourselves, because I find that our politicians are not the problem of ourselves, but we, the one, are the problem, because we are the one letting them the power. We are the one electing them. We are the one voting these people to the power. People doesn't have conscience about our situation. We are the one that causing our problem. Sometimes when I blame the politicians, so I will stop blaming them. Because if you can tell me someone like in Abia State, what's the name? What's the name? That guy name? That governor, Kezi Bazu, a ruthless person. And I'm not sure this man commissioned one project in Abia State since he became a governor. Only one flyover commission, call it Rwanda something. You see how crazy this man it is. And when he comes for second term, people voted for him. So we are the problem of ourselves, not the politician anymore. Because if we determine, we can change this nation. Now, let me finalize this. Nigeria needed a serious revolution, because when you watch the foreign countries, Europeans, England, Russians, they are past so many revolutions. But who will start the revolution for us? Everyone afraid to die. I rest my case here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chris Jordan. It's good to have you on the broadcast. It's been a while. I hope you're good. Thank you for joining in today. Mr. Van Maxwell, good day to you. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Sister Emma. Good morning from the bright city of Bolgatanga, Upper East, region of Ghana. Good morning to my co-panelists, and good morning to my, the ardent listeners all over the world. I'm happy to be here this morning, Sister Emma. Thank you for this opportunity that you've provided for me. I would like to go straight to this, the issue of the child that just lost his. I don't know whether if it is a he or a she.
A male child.
A male child. Okay, it's a he. Sister Emma, I am going to blame the Nigerian people themselves. I will lay my blame on the Nigerian people themselves. You have failed yourselves in that big country with enormous resources and human capital. You have failed yourselves. They produce a man without school certificate, rather an affidavit certificate, someone who was sickly, someone who cannot hear very well. All of you agreed to allow him to lead you. Where has he led you people to? Where has he led Nigeria to? Today, we are crying. I want to go down to the mammoth crowd that I have seen. If these are something to go by, Nigerians deserve the kind of leaders they have. They are not ready to have a change. They are not ready to have a change. Who are those ones that are following APC, the Million March, 5 Million March, APC, PDP? Are they spirits? They are Nigerians. These people are Nigerians. They are in the same mess these politicians has dragged that country into. They are feeling it. They are enjoying what is happening in a situation where they're supposed to ask for a change. They are the one following these people behind. A child just died because there is, the medical system is in comatose. But in the budget, Aso Rock alone voted 1.6 billion naira for personal use in Aso Rock. It is on Punch. I think that yesterday or so. They voted 14 billion naira for internet services alone in Aso Rock. My people, who did this to you people? Who did this to Nigerians? At what time will Nigerians retrace their steps and look for a credible, competent, someone with vision that can change Nigeria, that can turn Nigeria around? I rest my case. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Vine, for that. If you're just joining us, welcome to our newspaper review on Niger Watch. My name is Ima. Good to be here. Good to have you here with me. Ladies and gentlemen, my Niger Watch family, please do also like this broadcast, share, invite someone onto the broadcast. I hope you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. Also, take out time to turn on your notification bell on here with us. Thank you very much. Please, ladies and gentlemen, do also support us by clicking on the dollar sign to the right in the comment section. All right, thank you very much. Okay, let me try to take this. Okay, no, I have to read it thoroughly before I put it on here. Mr. Insibidi, how you doing? Beautiful morning to you and welcome to this broadcast.
Yes, good morning, Mrs. Ima and everyone watching, listening, and the panelists. Well, yeah, thank you so much. I've been hearing what we are saying about the boy that lost his life. Is it a boy or the little child? And it's very sad, because there's a saying that you should pray not to meet a corrupt or a wicked police or person or a medical practitioner, maybe like a nurse or a doctor. If you meet any of these people that are doing their work, maybe because of they are not self-motivated, they are not passionate about it, they are just doing it maybe because of they feel like they can make money from it. If you meet any of those people in a wrong situation, I think it can be very disastrous. So I think that's just what happened, because unfortunately we have seen quite a number of these cases, and I know that there is a need to blame the government for proper organization and planning and the welfare of all these people, but at the same time, a lot of those incidents are not happening in other parts of the world, especially in the West, not because of they are receiving the best salary. Most of these people are passionate about what they do, and sometimes you see them, the most important thing for them sometimes is to save the life of their patient, or you understand. So, but unfortunately, these people here will come with all manner of excuse. So what you want to tell me that because you've not been properly taken care of or paid, then you will not be able to attend to someone who is like just few minutes or hours away from leaving the earth. I remember when I was in Lagos, there was a place I did some kind of internship in a hospital. I remember there was someone that had a very serious um, uh, accident. Then the lights went off. I was the one that held torchlights for the doctor to stitch the place in the head where is totally open. So the process of going to change and put on the generator and all that, probably there was a little delay, but that did not stop the doctor from bringing them out. I held it like this. I saw everything, and with the mini surgery that he did was with torchlight. So that's to show you someone that is ready to treat someone, that is ready to save somebody's life. It has nothing to do with there's no power in the country or the people or the government is irresponsible. So that's just what I have to say about that. It's just quite unfortunate that We cannot make any excuse for that hospital or for those doctors or for those nurses and all that, to be honest. Then for this issue of the PDP and all these people and their crowd, like Vine Maxwell said, it's just unfortunate that I've always said it here that we must look at the general populace. We must look at our people in so many of these things. And that's the simple truth. They are wicked men, they are wicked leaders, men and women all over the world. But even in the same Europe, in the same UK, how many times have we seen them catching them and exposing them on the newspaper every time? Why are they being caught? Why are they not affecting? Why have they not made life miserable for the citizens? It's because of the proactiveness and the unity of people in trying to defend their own, their own country, their own existence. But sometimes we look at this thing and say, okay, these people, they are like this, we cannot do anything. But look at now, for example, what is happening in all this, is it Akwa Ibom also? I'm still of the opinion that probably most of these people are all those, they already have this crowd for their events, all these political parties. If there are some that are also maybe new, maybe ordinary people, probably they are the ones that are, because of poverty. These people have always weaponized poverty for their own. Probably they are giving them some money and all that. But at the same time, you cannot use this crowd to, to kind of predict the outcome of the election, because we have seen a lot of people taking money and they will not vote, or they will not even come out that day. Maybe
All
that's
right.
what Maybe that's what some of them are doing, because people are hungry. There's a lot of things going wrong. They say, okay, come to the stadium. Probably you'll get something or one or two things. So maybe somebody have organized. You'll find a lot. Some people will go, but I'm sure that they know what they are doing. So we cannot use the crowd. There will be. I don't support going to make these people feel like they have, a high. They are probably making progress. But at the same time, we cannot use that crowd. In fact, because what's the point? Look at, for example, the Akwa Ibom, maybe all those places. What do they even have in the election? Like they'll say, okay, we must carry it on our head. No, you can say, okay, Tinubu's people, they are saying, oh, our son is there. You understand? But okay,
Yes.
sorry, I think I'm going far. But let me just round up by saying we should, with all this, the crowd we are seeing with uniforms and all that, is definitely an organized crowd. Is not an organic crowd. That's my my observation. I don't think it's an organic crowd. You can see the difference between Obedience rally and the Tinubu and Atiku's rally. It's all over the country. Obedience rally is all over the country. Different people, different tribes from every walk of life. But we are seeing these other people organizing themselves and giving uniforms. So the difference is clear. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. NCBD, for your submission. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you to each and every one of you on here. All right, I have Mr. Pansat. Hi, Mr. Pansat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Fantastic. Thank you, Miss Emma. How are you?
It's a beautiful day, and I am grateful.
That's right. And you look awesome. So we're graced with your beauty every night here, and we're all grateful
Thank
for it.
you,
Plus, you're
Pansat.
smart on top of that.
Thank you,
Now,
Mr. Pansat. Let's
yeah.
catch a reaction to the stories on our headline today.
All right. I don't know if CBD is done. I don't mind yielding him a few minutes if he wanted to conclude. CBD, you want some time to conclude what you were saying?
It's okay for now. Thank you.
All right, very good. So, Mr. Maxwell, it's good to see you. Mr. Machiavelli, Majid, Chris, all my favorite panelists right here. Obviously, we're not going to forget about Mommy Diaspora. She works so hard and trying to whip up that chat room and give us support. I love seeing her in that section. One day, maybe she should come up here and get some words in. Mr. Kanayo and others in the chat room, you're my favorite. Now, Miss Emma deserves a lot more upvotes, like votes, I only see 46 people here. There should be a lot of people coming on this show to catch up the news. I believe that Mr. CBD and earlier commentators have already covered the little kid that died. So let me go ahead and go directly to the other topic. I usually find a way to get my word out in what I want to talk about when I come on here. And I say, make I take my minute or two to say that Nigerians, we have to do the right thing. I am not very happy with the type of energy that I see. We're at the precipice. I mean, I can't believe it that you really have a chance to go get your PVC, get ready, and vote in a good team and insist on having a good country. There's no shortcut to this one. You have to get it right. If you don't, then you can't blame anybody. A lot of developed countries, they're beyond advanced economies. They're going post-industrial, typically with high capital income. Don't we like money? Don't we like higher capital income? We do. Competitive industries, we like it. Transparent legal and regulatory environments, we like. That's what you get, well-developed commercial infrastructure in your country when you do the right thing, like Canada, United States, Western Europe, Japan, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand. There's so many people have traveled out of Nigeria and they see how it's done. Don't you like those things? You want when flood come, it will just destroy everything. Huh? When disease come, you go hospital, no medicine. If you there for road, accident, police go to beat people. President, vice president, senators, they're gonna go Britain, go get medical care, abandon us for home. Even our people, all those of us who are in diaspora, we have capital, we have money. We can't come home and in peace develop the country, put some money in the economy, because a lot of us don't want to get killed. A lot of people don't come home because of that. That is a very big, the way you've been to get money all these years, the last decade or so, is dried up a little bit because a lot of people are scared. So if you don't get it right next year and henceforth, you're going to lose that. That's a lot of money that come from people visiting home or sending money home. So we have a lot of hope. I no one talk down on anybody, but within they beg you, you really have no choice this time. You have to do the right thing. You have to go out there, secure this country so that a good, solid team like Obi and Mr. Dati, who is a very capable man, serious man, they will come in there, bring in a fresh team, a lot of people. The way politics they go, be say, as you see, Showore right now, he's not there, but he's going to be there eventually. He's going to be with the team. When you see Wike, he's going to be with the team. All the people like. Fine. So don't miss the opportunity. Make we know the shout, the fight for internet, the struggle. Begin to show us that you're getting the message. This is not political. This will not be politics. So we have to secure the country, start building it. All good people, all good Nigerians, Muslims, Christians, Northerners, Southerners. It has to transcend all those kind of things. You get good people for all people that love Nigeria and people who wanted to succeed before. There are a lot of people who say it's just not worth it. Maybe Biafrans. You have some good Biafrans. They're going to take a look and say, you know what? Maybe there's a chance that we do the right thing here. The extreme ones can still be doing that, but the reasonable ones would say, okay, you know what? Maybe Oduduwa is the same thing. Boko Haram self. Every region has people who are succeeding. So we can come all hands on deck, chase the bad ones aside. Let the good people take over now, do the right thing. we will get better housing, look, you are not gonna get the kind of hospitals people have in advanced countries if you're not advanced. For example, if I'm president, I'm gonna go outside, God forbid, go take medicine where my people don't get tired. I won't tell anybody. I'm gonna have to sneak out because it's a shameful thing to do. Our leaders don't even have a shame. They say, hey, I'm going, they go to court and apply or whatever. If they have a case, I want to go overseas for treatment. Shameless. Anyway, as we day here, our heart is torn apart when we see the erosion, when we see the flood in our people, poor people. So I don't feel sorry for those people who know better and they're doing the wrong thing, but poor people who don't have any chance. They've never had a chance. Or the little they have in the market or whatever, this flood is going to come there and just wipe it out. How are they going to start again? There's nobody to help them. So I beg everybody, this show, it's a lot of people here to talk. That's my heart is filled. My spirit is disturbed because I'm over here. There's nothing we can do. Any little thing we can do is very small. So I beg everybody, transcend politics, transcend tribe, transcend religion. Let us at least begin. I really have a feeling that once we start, I know Nigerians, once we start, there's no stopping us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that, Mr. Pansat, and thank you for your kind words. Also well received. Mr. Majid, how you doing? Thank you and welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Miss Amma, Mrs. Amma. How are you? Long time no see.
Long time no see, Mr. Majid. Well, thank you.
Welcome. I agree the panel and everybody under the comment section. Miss Amma, you have to give me little time to just say my mind. Although I didn't get the newspaper headline, but from what I heard from two people, I can proceed from there, if you don't mind. What I want to say is just few things. Our problem is not our politicians to start with. I disagree that they are the problem we have. The problem we have is that we don't have one mind when it comes to politics in Nigeria, and it's really affecting us so bad. It's affecting our leadership. It's affecting everything we believe in. You know, our diversity is supposed to be our strength, because people who have such diversity like us, you can see what they are doing with it. US, India, China. Just let's just use Rwanda as an example. Can someone just Google 10 most expensive projects going on in Uganda, in Rwanda? Very unique project that can attract people, that can make people to come and be visiting the country. And the country is like a tourist country to start with. But Rwanda has had the same issues we had as a Nigerian, like fighting or stuff like that. 1994, all of us saw what happened to Rwanda. They were able to embrace their differences and decided to, bring everybody together and work for the unity of the country. And their president is doing very, very well with the little income they are getting as their normal this thing they get every year. So they are doing very well with it. But Nigeria, we are more richer than Rwanda. Why are we still backward? Simple leadership. And the people who are responsible for this fake and unrealistic leadership in Nigeria are the Northerners. I'm sorry to say this, because they listen to more of the leaders than what is happening around every other place in Nigeria. So those leaders are the reason why They cannot come out of their shell and do what is right for once. I see the way they were rounding Atiko the day he went to is it Bauchi? Yes, I think. So for you to see that there's a lot to be done. The bad leadership we are having is because we as a people have never said no. Even if we are in the south have said no, that we are tired of this bad leadership. The north cannot, join their voice because they have they have the population, they have it. No matter what we do, they have it, and we need them to come on board so that we can change Nigeria. Poverty is more there than the way it is in the south, but it's unfortunately how their leaders is able to manipulate them very easily, that they listen to them more than they listen to even those ones that call themselves the Imam. So we will keep on getting this bad until the day the northerners will come to realize that they have been doing mistake voting people because of their tribe and because they want to remain in power. They keep giving us bad leadership. They are the reason why we are keep having bad leadership, because they keep voting for incompetent people to rule Nigeria. So my major concern is them, because I know in the south we can divide it. In the south we can divide it. The reason why is like Igbo people don't have somebody speaking for them. We don't like somebody controlling how we live, how we perceive things. We don't like it. So that's why we cannot be able to say this is our leader, because nobody can lead me. I myself, you can't, because I know I have my own opinion. You have yours. So this leadership failure is because of the people has not woken up. The things I've been seeing, I thought people have woken up, but it's obvious they have not. So Nigeria really needs a lot of work, and I don't know how possible that will be, because the northerners and their leaders, they are making northerners to be poorer and poorer so that they can be able to manipulate them so easy. And those people are not seeing it. It's few. So I wonder how Nigeria is going to grow past this kind of politics we are playing. Because I myself am tired. I want Nigeria to move forward, but the way it is now, I don't think it will move forward. A lot of things that can never happen in other countries, other civilized or growing countries, it happens in Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria we hear stupid things that can never be. It's only in Nigeria. So it pains me whenever I see things like that. I see people gathering around the same state of people who has decided not to allow us grow as a people, and they're still running around them to vote them in. These people will not tell you what they will do. They will be waiting for campaign time. Do you know why? Because they have nothing to offer. In that campaign ground, they cannot tell you anything. They keep on telling you, I will do this, blaming APC blaming PDP, when they're supposed to be telling us what to do. You cannot say anything on the campaign ground because it's very noisy. So this is the strategy they always use. They cannot come out to be interviewed or say what they will do. They will keep on blaming each other, PDP blaming APC blaming PDP. At the end of the day, it gets to the campaign season. Nobody will be able to tell us what they want to do, because in campaign ground, everybody is there for making noise. Nobody is listening to them. So it pains me more and more to see the way they are running Nigeria, to see the way they're treating the citizen. It's very, very unfortunate that the northerners don't see this. So I only pray that this time around it's going to be different. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Majid, thank you for your submission. Please put your mic on mute, Mr. Majid. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Chris George, please, you have a minute.
Okay, let me say, like what Mr. Majid said, I concur with him in some part, but in some part I didn't concur with him. The reason why we doesn't move forward, concerning what he referring Rwanda come and understand each other, that design the system that favor everyone, not the system that dispatch everyone, but the system that everyone willing to adapt. Like Japan have civil war twice and they move forward. But after Nigerian civil war, we have grievances against ourselves. We, the Nigerian citizens, have grievances against ourselves. And the government using it as a weak point. Nigerian government design system and use it as a weak point against Nigerian citizens to manipulate everyone easily as they can do. Because we have grievances against ourselves. When you look at it now, the tribal issue in Nigeria is more than the racism in foreign country. The tribal issue, the tribalism in Nigeria, the antagonism in Nigeria is more than racist in a foreign country. Because we can't tell you Nigeria can move forward, the government do it. No, we the Nigerian citizens do it. We have grievances against ourselves. We don't see ourselves as one. We see ourselves as different people. Monitor Nigerian history now. Check Facebook. Monitor different people history. They think what the mentality of citizens are identity crisis. Why the foreign country are moving up in technological world? In Nigerian citizens, with the people who say they are ready to change Nigeria to compete with the foreign country, Europeans are talking about identity crisis. You originated from us. You originated from us. We have grievances against ourselves. That's why.
Mr. Chris George, I don't know if any other person can hear you on the broadcast, but I can't hear you, so I'll be moving on to some other person. Mr. Judin, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, please go ahead, Mr. Judin.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ms. Iman. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Welcome to the broadcast.
I like that new hair look. That's good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, our listeners. I want to say that actually, contrary to what our brother Majik has said, I think the leaders in any society set the pace and the direction on which the citizens have to go. If that is not the case, then there shouldn't be leader. It's like in your home. It's like every home. We all should remember that all these leaders came from a home. In a home where you have the children setting the pace and doing whatever they like, then you know there's going to be chaos, right? That's exactly what is happening in Nigeria. The leaders have relegated their responsibility in quest of personal wealth, power, and self-aggrandizement. They have sacrificed, providing good leadership to the, at the altar of fulfilling their inordinate, dubious ambition. And that is why we have what we have today. In the North, the children there has always been taught right from their cradle to know that voting for a Christian or voting for the West is a haram, that is a taboo. That is how they are brought up. That is what they teach them in their what is it called? In their whenever they gather in their mosque. Okay, and then again,
Makaranta.
in their makaranta, okay, they use the politician deliberately refuse to provide them education so that they can easily be manipulated. There is this man that is always making a broadcast. If you listen to, in fact, I encourage every one of us to listen to that man. I've forgotten his name. He's from Kaduna. He's going to open your eyes to the kind of toxic teachings that these children have been subjected to. And so they grow up in a society like Nigeria to only believe that they are the one that exists, that they are, they are more superior. Okay, they call us who are in the West and other people who are not like them, they call us infidel, and that is a sin for any non-Muslim to rule them. All right, so that is the situation in the North, and that is why some of us that continue to believe that the effort of trying to continue with this one Nigeria is sin, to me, it's an effort in futility. It's not going to work. But then everybody have the right to their belief on what they want. Look at the people in most states now that have been ravished with this flood. Many homes are underwater. Yet, I don't know, maybe someone will correct me. Has the so-called president of Nigeria come to address Nigerian about it? Has he ever spoken a word concerning addressing the issue of the people that have been, whose houses are underwater? I'm sure he hasn't. And yet we have a president. And according to what I learned, all the agencies that monitored, like the meteorological department agencies and other agencies that monitors all these things, had even forewarned the federal government or the authorities long before now that this thing is going to happen. And they all kept quiet. They never bothered. Because we have leaders that doesn't care about the people. It's all about themselves and their immediate families. Okay? Now, if this thing has happened in an advanced country, by now the so-called president would have resigned. Oh, he would have resigned. In fact, since he would have resigned. Okay? And the those in governors in all those states also would have resigned because they failed the people. They failed the people woefully. They failed the Nigerian, especially the state, the people that are affected in those states. They failed them. These things could have been prevented 100%. If we all remember, there used to be a time in Lagos where when there is a lot of rainfall, the beach, right? The beach in Lagos will overflow, and then almost the entire island, Lagos Island, will be overflooded with water, especially Marina, the street on that, going towards the Lake Echo Hotel, that road, that axis, down to Bonny Camp and those areas. Okay, but for how many years now has anybody heard that it has been flooded? Because it has been taken care of. So same way to this issue that has happened now, that many homes, thousands and thousands, apart from those that have died, and a lot of outbreak of diseases, and it's going to come at the end of the day. So this is not even going to be the end of it. But the federal government refused. They did not do anything. The politicians did not do anything. They felt unconcerned. All they know is to steal money. Look at the oil bunkering we were talking about yesterday. I spoke briefly about it. While 750 barrels of oil every day is being stolen, and who is the Minister of Oil and this thing? Is Buhari. Who is the President and Commander-in-Chief of Nigeria? Is Buhari. And then who are the people stealing this oil? Military officers, chief military officers. They are part of the people, Buhari, and then NNPC. These are people that have been indicted as being the people responsible for this theft, this economic sabotage. And who are the people occupying all these positions? Hausa Fulanis. They want to loot Nigeria as much as they can loot Nigeria before they get away, before they hand over power. But unfortunately, they still don't want to hand over power. They want to continue by all means. Their plan now is to cause mayhem if Atiku, in fact, the plan now, let me tell you guys, the plan now is that towards the election, when they find out that none of those two parties will win, that if Obi is actually going to win, they will merge. Atiku, one of them will step down for each other, depending on the strength of each of APC or PDP. And because they have said, they have been teaching them in the North that even the worst Muslim is better than the best Christian person that will be a president in Nigeria. So that they don't want any Christian or any non-Muslim to be their leader. That is the kind of thing they teach them. That is why you will still see these impoverished children that will, and youth that will be carrying plates every morning to go to their senators and their House of Representatives and their politicians to beg for arms. We will still continue to vote for these people that have impoverished them, that have deprived them of humanity, that have deprived them the existence, the opportunity to thrive like their counterpart in all over the world, that have deprived them of basic necessities of life. They will still vote for them regardless because of the kind of indoctrination and teaching they teach them, which deliberately these politicians have have put in place those machineries or mechanism to see that these children will never be educated. Even when they're educated, they have never they never get that political illiteracy, and that is what is happening to many Nigerians today. Many of us lack political illiteracy, and that is why you see some people in Yoruba land still pursuing, even youth in Yoruba land still pursuing and running after Tinubu. Tinubu that have made many Yorubas, many Yoruba youth today more tout and more agberu than any part of Nigeria. You have more agberu in Lagos than any state in Nigeria. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. So that when you go to Lagos, if you drive in Lagos, you will be at every moment. You are afraid. You don't even know where to park. You don't even know where to how to drive, where to go. Anywhere you put us, they might stop you. The next thing, they will hijack your car. You'll be made to pay fine that never existed because
Correct, Mr.
the places. It's sad. That's the kind of country we live in, where the government continue to steal and come out to tell us they are stealing oil, whether they are the ones stealing the oil, stealing it in collaboration with oil companies, and then those that work. If you see some people, I work in NNPC, those oil rig areas, and they say that they make a lot of money. You don't know the money they make. Most of them, the money they make is the money they use in bribing them to look aside why these vessels are coming to steal our oil. Imagine vessels that can carry 3 million barrels of oil at once. How can they not see it? And before this vessel even approached to the Nigerian docking center to carry oil, thousands of miles away, they have already seen it in their monitor, and they are telling us they can't see it. And a barrel of oil is about 160,000, 160 liters per barrel, and then 3 million barrels. So a vessel that can carry as much as that, yet they are telling us they can't see it. And that is what that comes to carry our oil every day without being accounted for, and they tell us that oil is being stolen. And yet our teachers, our children are at home for over 8 months as to strike. Whereas 1 month, not even 1 month, just 2 weeks alone of oil that is being stolen, if they can prevent it, it's enough to provide us all they will ever need for many years to revamp our institutions. But unfortunately, we live in a society where the leaders, they are the enemy of the country. They are the one that hates Nigeria more.
All right, Mr. Judy, thank you. That's as much as we can take from you on our newspaper review. Thank you. I'll be coming back to you shortly, but thank you for your submission and thank you for being here. All right. A big thank you also to Mr. Chima Obi and Mr. Kingsley. Thank you so very much for your donation. This is so much gratitude from over here. Thank you so very much. God bless you, gentlemen, so very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please do also support us by clicking on the $ to the right on the comment section. You could send a super sticker or a super chat. Just shake body and show us some love. Thank you very much. And to everyone on the comment section, I see each and every one of you. Keep the comment section engaging. Thank you very much. Those watching, hi, how you doing? Please do also like this broadcast. Yes, please take out just a second or two to like the broadcast, share, and invite someone onto the broadcast. Thank you for sticking with us. We'll continue with our next panelist. We have Mr. Chima Obi. Hi, Mr. Chima Obi. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Emma. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you, sir?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank Niger Watch and thank the panelists. I've been listening, but I'm a busy man, but I've been following what is going on. Yeah, everybody has spoken so well. And when I think of Nigeria, right, there are some questions we have to ask ourselves. We need to ask ourselves, like, what caused Nigerian civil war? if we know what caused Nigerian civil war, then we have to ask ourselves another question. Why did they remove history in our curriculum? In Nigeria today, like somebody said, that Tinubu has ended up in making most of Yorubas Agboro in Lagos. So those people that are Agboros today, they don't know their left and their, they may be graduate, they may be educated, but they don't know their left and their right because they don't know the history of the country. So we have so many things that these people take away from us that make them have this kind of power to do anything they like and to tell us anything they like, and nothing will happen. Because if everybody know the history, like where I am right now, a 2-year-old child can tell you their history, can tell you their right, can tell you what we do, that he that is 2 years can send you to jail. But in our country, our parents don't even know the history. And these people took history away from us. And that is why tomorrow is hard to achieve. Because we must remember yesterday before tomorrow. So the history that they took away from us blind the country. Can you imagine those that were born since let me use since 2000? Did they know anything about Nigeria? They don't. They don't know anything about Nigeria. So this is part of the problem we have. That is why when somebody like Showore is talking aggressively, because he knows the history, he knows how painful it is, he knows how great that country was. But today, we can't say anything about Nigeria. When P2B is talking, because he knows the history, he knows how great the country was. And he knows that Nigeria is richer than many Western world today. But look at where we are. We barely eat. And look at what Tinubu is telling Nigerians, that the hope is here, that he is the hope. That he is the hope. And this is the same man that campaigned for Buhari, that our students, our children cannot be in school more than 4 years, that they will give students loan. Once you finish, there will be job. And here we are, 8 months ongoing, our children are on strike. So when you look at the way it is going, what is to come in Nigeria, they are afraid, because if PDP and APC mistakenly lost election 2023, everybody will cry in Nigeria, because the truth will come out. Only just a review that P2B gave to Nigerians about oil theft. Look at where we are today. So they are afraid. All the obedient have a lot of work to do. These people know that if P2B Dati take over, Nigeria will bleed. The bleeding is not for innocent ones. The bleed is for criminals that have been in power for over 60 years. We are supposed to be rich. Me and you supposed to be rich today. If you are not rich, you'll be comfortable doing your own job, doing your own planting, doing your own handwork in your own village. But because these people came on board with British, and all of them changed Nigeria totally. All these commissioners coming from United Kingdom, from the US, from all these places in Nigeria, they are all compromised. I will give an example. I have an issue with an immigration, United States Embassy, Victoria Island, Lagos. One of their immigrant officers there told me that Nigeria is corrupt, that their immigration, that their embassy in VI Majority of the staff there are corrupt. Nigeria has corrupted them. That is the situation of our country. So many of them that are coming, they are not giving their people a good news, a good review about Nigerians. They lie to their people because Nigeria has corrupted them to find their ways to loot us and to engage us. Today, everybody wants to escape from Nigeria. If you doubt it, tell Britain, tell United States to open their border just for 2 hours. If all people in Nigeria will not escape from Nigeria, I will stop living. Everybody want to escape because
all right, Mr. Chima.
We have no hope. But the only hope we have is that 2023 is a crucial year. Everybody have to stick around. Everybody have to do your best. Get people. Let us start shouting on INEC to do the right thing. And I hope that God will grant us peace come 2023. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Thank you, Mr. Chimaobi, for that. Thank you for being on the broadcast. Also, a big thank you to each and every one of you here with me. Guluwaga Laditi, I'll be looking out for your comments. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for being here. Omordion Kingsley, good afternoon to you too, and thank you for being here. Of course, our dearest mommy diaspora, thank you for always. Lucky Iyamo, how you doing? Good to have you on the broadcast. And Kingsley Ojiaraki, thank you very much. Michael, Rita Adams, Madam Rita, I see you here. Thank you for being here. Also, a big thank you to Naomi Bella for being here. Thank you to Michael. Thank you to Chima Obi Uzoho. Thank you to Gabriel. Yes, Gabriel, how you doing? Thank you for being on this broadcast with us today. Osagovo, a big shout out to you today. Thank you so very much. Kanayo Moeta, thank you so very much. Mary Kimade, Anthony Obiora, thank you. Brian Maxwell, Awakalu, Patricia Enafe, Favor of Faith, thank you for being on the broadcast. Israel Semota, thank you so very much. Mr. Pluto himself, thank you. It's just good to have each and every one of you on the broadcast. Thank you so very much. To my amazing panelists, I say a big thank you to each and every one of you for always being here with me. We've come to the end of the broadcast, but even before you take your final submission on this, this is a call for appeal. We currently know what is going on in the country, and we know the attitude that our government have towards emergency situations like this. So please let us be our brother's keeper. Let us reach out. Let us help. Relief materials are needed everywhere right now in Nigeria. Yes. Currently, we have 18 states that are battling flood. Imo State alone, 33 communities have been displaced. Yes, people have had to leave their community because of the flood. So please, from clothes to food stuff, everything that people need for day-to-day survival, please let us begin to reach out. Those that have that, what you can spare, please do so. Now we have to be our brother's keeper. And also PVC collection, please, if you took out time to partake in the strenuous PVC registration, please take out time to go collect your PVC. It is out, and go locate your center and please collect your PVC. It is very important that you complete what you have started. All right, my amazing panelists, Mr. Vine Maxwell, please, you have a minute to give your final submission.
Thank you so much, Sister Emma. It is only when the people come out and agree to a document that will guide them and guide those that they are going to elect to lead them, that a country will make progress. In a situation where the Nigeria is operating with a document that is set aside for them on behalf of them by a group of military officers and asked to work with such documents, Nigeria will never make progress with it. I was a party when the 1999 Constitution was, formulated, and for me, I had no power at that time militarily in order to change what was done as at that time. And that is the price Nigerians are paying today. If you agree on what you are going to use to guide yourself in that country, no individual, whether Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani, Ijo, Ibibio, wherever, they will not go contrary to it. Once you go contrary to it, the structure itself and that documents will deal with you. And that is why that is what Nigeria is lacking. And if they can get that right, then you see Nigeria taking over their position in the Committee of Nations. As it is now, it is retrogressive. And I'm sorry to say that. Thank you. And God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Vine. Mr. NCBD.
Yes, thank you so much, Ima, and everybody that have spoken wonderfully well. Well, I think I will just close by saying that these politicians, because we know that they say desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? So it means that as much as we want to look at them and talk about them and everything, when we see that there's no longer hope from any of these, most of these people in power, if not all of them, aside from the hope of the, Obidati campaign, then we have to now take things into our hands. As long as we are not breaking the law, as long as we are not violent. So let us do as much as we can to write our future and the future of our young ones, because if we don't do that, there's nobody that will do it for us. Let us not be fooled by all these games that they keep on playing. They play games every election time, games like what my brother said. Is it I think it's I don't know if it's Chimaobi or Majid, I'm not sure, about the this indoctrination in the north is a real thing. It's not superstition for many of them. If we're being honest, it's a real thing. We don't want to go too deep into that conversation because it might open up this religious arguments and all that. So, but it's just quite unfortunate that that is how it is. So the only thing we can do now, I think we can do in this kind of situation, is to make sure that we ourselves that are in the, because we still have some people that will come out in the north. It might not be as much as we're expecting or as much as we want, but there are still some people that will come out. But we in the south or middle belt or wherever, we have to make sure that we do our best, give it our all, whether by sensitization. Keep on, I'm telling you that a lot of people have PVCs. I'm not going to lie to you. I know how many of my people I speak to, and I know how many people, they are telling me the same thing. A lot of them have PVCs. So don't be fooled by all these things that they are trying to say that is a social media campaign and all that. It's a lie. So, and we should not buy into their lie. We should not help them to spread their lies. So a lot of people have this thing. So we need to continue the sensitization, spreading the information, and avoid, whether it's media houses or media stories or all these so-called influencers. Like, you see what this guy, what's his name? Is it Reno? Whatever. Let me not even mention his full name because I don't feel his what. You see what? Just because of politics and because of stomach infrastructure politics that he's doing, he doesn't even. He's really actively trying to make two tribes collide. Every time when you wake up, you say, "Oh, the Yoruba this," and then you wake up say the Igbo. So that is the politics is playing. So it feels like if they can join the East and the West. Sorry, my sister. They feel like if they can join the East and the West together, then articles from nowhere will just come and make everything okay. So it is this is the games that these people play, and unfortunately a lot of naive people, not a lot but some naive people, are falling into these traps. So please, let's be careful. You don't even need to follow some of these people. If you like, for me, I stop seeing a lot of things. If I see somebody that is sold out in bringing in continuing the suffering that we are seeing, I usually just unfollow them, block them or something, so that I don't have to, think about all those things. So my point is that we should just be careful and let us be wise and let us keep doing what we are doing. There is, we are winning. We are winning. The people are winning. Nigeria, the people will win at the end of the day.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Thank you very much, Mr. NCBD. And I wanted to say something regarding yesterday on the chat. I haven't gone through the broadcast again and, picking up one or two events that happened yesterday. I think yesterday you were trying to correct my term when you were saying I should not use the word suffering, right?
Are you
Mr.
talking to?
Yes, Mr.
Oh,
NCBD. Yesterday, when I used the word suffering, you said no. Let's use hard or have instead of saying suffering. Do you remember us having
in which
this discussion?
in which of the
Talking about
discussion?
mental health illness.
Oh, probably okay. Probably I said something like that, but I think my
Yeah,
point I was trying to.
I just wanted to say thank you for the correction. I thought about it and I think I get the picture. So that's me
Oh,
correcting myself on this, and I hope every other person who felt offended or slighted, this is my apology for that. Thank you very much, Mr. NCPD, and I'll reach out to you regarding that.
all right, all right. Sorry, I was afraid. I thought you want to pursue me.
All right, Mr.
Okay.
NCPD, have a lovely day. Thank you for being on this
Yeah,
broadcast with me.
thank
Okay,
you.
Mr. Majid, if you're still here,
Yeah,
all right. Please, you have just 1 minute to give your last submission, your final submission.
my final submission goes to Nigerians. Actually, I don't know how these people manage to, inculcate such idea in our head that they have to they have to treat us like we mean nothing. If you are not related to them, you are not among, stuff like that. I really hope that Nigeria, there is a way we can sensitize all of us, like all of us. We need our head to be really examined and washed, because these people have washed our brain for so long that it's really very hard for us to, move out of their cage, because they have already caged us so much. A lot of things. They do a lot of things without even minding. Somebody I don't know how they see this power. Power is like, it's like you're going there to work for the people. But I wonder how these people turn this thing around. At the end of the day, we are the ones to, praise them after the rubbish and they have done. Somebody will build a flyover. He will come and gather everybody and commission it a flyover. You manage to build road. You just call your fellow criminal gang. All of you just come and you commission just main road. So stuff like this is when I see people praising them for doing roads, doing building some facility they're supposed to build. Man, we are not begging these people. It's supposed not to be like they are doing us favor. Most of us doesn't have job, but they are fortunately to get a job. And instead of them to take it serious, they are using us as if we are fools. I'm really upset the way they treat Nigerians. It's really unfair. Even outsiders doesn't value us anymore. Do you know if you want to go and date someone from other African country, do you know what they say about Nigeria? It's like we are garbage. This is people that we in the past we helped them. Malaysia we helped them. In South Africa we did. Name them. We know how many people Nigeria have here, but they are now above us. What happened? What really happened? How did we get there? It's because of bad leadership. We celebrate them. Man, we force them to do their damn job. We cannot be praising them for doing flyover, for stealing our money. and you come and celebrate them. The worst part, they have followership. Those followership cannot even know when these people are wrong and when they are and when they are doing the right thing. It's really painful because these people don't know the things they are making us go through. We that is outside, we are going through hell. Even though we have lights, we have water, we have everything at our call and beg, but man, we are really suffering. The way they treat us sometimes, it makes you feel like, man, I wish this is my home. I wish where I live now is my country. I believe I will be much comfortable and much relaxed. I can't even go back home because I'm scared. I'm scared, to be sincere with you, because I know how many people they kill every day in my own village. Not even in Imo State, where I come from. Saying directly to the local government where I come from, I know how many people that are being killed every day. So I'm scared to go home because I know many of my friends that left here. Most of them was killed also. So I know how painful it is that I can't go back. I can't go front. It's very painful. God knows it's very painful. The way these people are treating us, they're giving us bad name. Okay, let's assume we put somebody like P2B. You see the kind of recommendation Nigeria will be getting because he's pure. The major reason why we are being treated like this is because they know people at the head are very corrupt because they know they associate to these people, the foreign associate to them. They know they are corrupt. They know how they steal our crude oil and come and sell it to them in a cheaper price. If the head is bad, how come? What do you think about the tech? So they know. That is why they chase us like we are good, like we are not human beings. It's very painful. And that is why I don't want to be coming here because the more I come here, the more I feel like we are just talking and nothing is changing. Man, it's really, really hard. That's what I would say. Nigeria needs to sit up. This is not the way they govern other people. Our leaders are governing us badly.
All right, thank you very much for your submission, Mr. Magic. Please put your mic on mute. Thank you. Mr. Pansat.
Yes,
Sorry,
thank you very much.
so,
Mr. Pansat, please a minute. Mr. NCBD, yes, please.
sorry, my sister, and sorry, Pansat. I just wanted to quickly, if possible, just say something to our brother that I just spoken about coming and feels like nothing is changing. Because to be honest with you, things are changing. A lot of people, you might not be getting the feedback in real time, but a lot of people are going online. A lot of people are seeing all these things that people are saying. It is changing the mentality of a lot of people. Let us not, let us not disregard that. You understand? So please, as much we cannot do so much as we would like to do, but the one we are doing is very important. Changing the mentality, or maybe just adding suggestions to the way people think is also very important. And I've seen it because a few days ago I was speaking to a friend of mine in Lagos, and he just told me that he saw something online, and because of that he wants to do something just from not probably this topic we are talking about. Just from listening to that, he wants to now go into something that he got the idea from on a social media discussion. So please, I think there's also progress in just in this information that we are passing out there and what we are doing. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And yes, I agree to what Mr. Nsibidi has just said. Let's not think that our talking and talking, falls on deaf ears. We are educating people. People are learning and unlearning things. That's why I am very proud to be part of this tribe where very witty submissions are most of the times, large percent number of the time, very witty submissions are being rendered on here. So please, and when some questions are asked, it's not about if you are in the mood to answer. Bear in mind that you are educating people. Bear in mind that you are making the picture clearer for people to see why they should why they should do this or why they should not do this. And I think things are really changing because more Nigerians are aware. There's this awareness that is over this fair here in Nigeria. People are beginning to question things, and they just know that this election is not going to be business as usual for people. So they are going to put in effort and come correct. So I think that there's a change. All right, Mr. Nsibide, this will be your final submission to Nigerians.
I think it was Pansat.
Sorry, Mr. Pansat. Yes, Mr. Pansat, please.
Yeah,
Please go
you
ahead.
could go ahead if you have additional any addendums
No,
you
I'm
want.
done, my brother. I'm done.
Okay, no problem. So should I take it away from here?
Please do, sir.
Sima, thank you for that permission. You've hosted a good show as always, and like I say, we're blessed to have people like you in that country. Let me first, before I get into my final submission, talk to a Mr. I don't know if it's a Mrs. Boluwaga Laditi. I've been on comment sections in many forums, especially with Adewole Adebayo. This person and I has been writing each other, talking about supporting Obi. I'm very happy to see that he's moved a little bit. He wrote something earlier to me that you featured here that says, I will vote Obi, not because he's different or make any better, but Southeast Nigeria would finally admit to be part of Nigeria downfall. Obi will not fix a thing because nobody run go Anambra for opportunity after he left. Okay, well, sir or madam, go ahead and vote for Obi. I think that it will be a good thing. Given the people who are running, I'll keep responding to you on our dialogue. It's been very gentle and civil. So thank you for that comment. Now, let me also thank Madam Rita, Bella, and Naomi. Hopefully they're still here listening because we're closing up. I see there's 57 people here, but we only have 34 up votes. Please, let's get some more. Let me see how much pool I have in increasing that up votes. But let me then go to my final submission here. I believe this election, due to the Electoral Act of 2024, we're finally going to get a difference between population and demographics. We're going to know the demography of all regions of Nigeria, especially the north. They claim to have a lot of people, and smart people have said that usually as you go approach the desert, you have less population, but the north say they have a lot of people. With the INEC rules in place today, you cannot vote more than once. And riggers like, awful riggers like Buhari will not be on the ballot this time. So I don't think he's going to stick out his neck too much to help Tinubu. Besides, I'm fairly confident that they're not going to rig the election. They can't. Not with the type of fighters who have Obi and Dati. I'm not going to let them. If you rig it, they're going to catch you. Therefore, you're wasting your time because they're going to form a government anyway. It's not only INEC who's going to determine. They're not going to be the only arbiter. We're going to have international observers who are no good because they don't like us. They're jealous of Nigeria and they want us to remain in darkness. But this time, we're going to have smart people, fighters. Obi and Dati are not going to let you take over by rigging the election. It's just stupid, right? You're wasting your time. Let me say as well that the devil's most powerful weapon is deception. So we Nigerians, I'm urging you to be on the lookout for that. You have faith and courage in the faithfulness and the goodness of God to deliver us. Once again, the spiritual law is that good always triumphs over bad and evil. So, having said that, it's in our hands. This election is not going to be close. I can tell you that. It's not. It's going to be a thumping, like they say in the United States. Obi Dati, they're going to win this election by a landslide. But that's not to say that you should then relax. Tell everybody you know, go get your PVC because we want to do it on that election day in February. Is that it be overwhelming? That nobody in their right mind would even think about it. All right. to rig it. So it's not close. It's not going to be. We're not as stupid that you're giving Obidati and then you have Tinubu and what's his name there, Atiku, and then you're going to go choosing the last two. You're not that crazy, right? We have to start this country in next year, early next year, rebuilding it. So a lot of Nigerians who are in diaspora who want to come home, invest their money, build houses, build businesses, but they're afraid because you have a lot of wayward killers running around the country, killing people. So I'll end there because it's been a long session for Emma. I'm sure she has better things to do. I thank Nigerians. Don't be afraid. They're not going to rig the election. If they do, we're still going to form a government anyway. Okay? The winner is going to form the government. Whoever wins this election is going to be the one forming a government, no matter what they do. So thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Pansat, many thanks to you. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you so very much. Okay, this is one of the better things that I get to do with myself. So yeah, it's always a pleasure to be on here. Just we are time constraint here for every broadcast. But a big shout out to each and every one of you that held it down with us today on our newspaper review. Please do not forget the other lineup. We have, yes, of course, we have the newspaper Monday through to Saturday. We have the chats Mondays and Wednesday by 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Do also remember our discussions every Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Of course, the debate every Friday, 6 p.m. The show with lefties every Sunday. Do well to turn on your notification bell and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you to each and every one of you. Please, those that are yet to get to your PVC, please do well to take out time, make out time to go collect your PVC. It is not going to be as stressful as the registration process. I hope, but I mean, it's going to be worth it, right? Just walk in and get your PVC, please. And also, let us be our brother's keeper. Let's reach out to those, as many that are affected by the flood. Please, let's reach out to them, relieve materials. You don't need to have all the money. You don't need to have, the little you have. Be willing to share something from the little that you have. Somebody has nothing right now. Please, let us look out for each other. Thank you to each and every one of you on the comment section, those watching the replay. A big shout out to Mommy Diaspora. Thank you so very much, Mama Dearest. Let's take this comment from her. She says, we are creating awareness by speaking. We must continue to educate our people to get involved in the affairs of our dear nation. We are taking back Nigeria. No retreat, no surrender. Obedience, we move. One love. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That will be my last comment too on the broadcast. Until I come your way tomorrow for a newspaper review, please stay well and do not forget to join us in the evening for our discussion. Until then, stay safe. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bye for now.